Welcome to a new week and a new episode. This episode has been up and ready to go for the last couple of weeks, but I just felt like there was something that didn't feel quite right. I felt I was out of alignment recording it. So I took a step back, did some inner work, and then I leaned into sound therapy, journaling, movement, yoga before my workouts, added in yoga nidra, all this extra stuff. Is it extra, or are these things that I should have been doing all along? Because now I feel very much in alignment, but my life is looking out of alignment. I'm seeing things that are coming to the surface, things that are restructuring itself, and the way I'm viewing things. Maybe when I was in alignment before, I was misaligned, right? I don't know if this makes any sense. I feel very much on the right path now. I'm getting better at producing episodes more in alignment with the flow and the frequency that feels more in alignment with me. My name is Polly Behringer, and I am your host on the Personal Shaman podcast, where I share holistic methods and modalities. My whole idea is release, reset. We're releasing trauma stored as tension through our physical body, our mental mindscape, and then reset ourselves and get back on path. We're scraping away the calcification of life and conditioning. And so what is today's episode about? Today's episode is a guided visualization technique. I wasn't going to include it in my podcast, but every time I use it in one of my lectures, people always ask me for it. This visualization technique allows you to see yourself from a place making choices. I'm going to bookmark it so you can go back and you can listen to this episode whenever you want to, and just incorporating it somewhere throughout your day to get clear and intentional. This visualization came on the heels of a poem, The Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken was written back in 1915 by Robert Frost. I think about all the times that I did take a road not taken. I got on the plane to Nepal from India and with hardly any money in my pockets, and I was just winging it. I had no particular place I was going to stay. I didn't know how I was going to do the Camino de Santiago, the walk across Spain. I didn't know that much about it. I bought a backpack, clothes, and some shoes I thought were right, and I went, getting lost and going down to Portugal, getting on a surfboard for the first time in, decades. And I think about all the roads, not the roads not taken, but the roads I took that seemed like I was never going to take these roads, and how much it changed my life. So, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, written in 1915. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I feel like that's so powerful. One of the parts that really stuck out for me was the second paragraph, when it says, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. I think about how we travel in groups, and we get to this place, and then we're at this crossroads and making this decision. But up to that point, we've traveled with people, And then the other one was, there's another part of this poem, and both that morning equally lay, like it was an easy path up to this point. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. And I think about that part because it's like once you make a choice, it changes you forever. You're going down a different path. Even if you were able to come back to that place, you're never really going back to that place as the same person. Your life has changed. And the one that says, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I feel so much power in those lines. I think about the moments I made decisions and went down paths where people told me I was insane. Like, how are you going to do this? You sound crazy. And I did it anyway. They were the most life-transforming choices and paths, decisions I've ever made, my life has forever been changed. And the frequency that my body emits is different now. I didn't really experience the frequency of gratitude that I could recall or that I could go back and recapture till I was in Nepal. And I remember exactly where I was at. This is after freezing, in this mountain. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm standing there and I can hear the children way down below in the valley of Kathmandu, and they're singing. I could hear them singing a Jason Mraz song and the sun coming up over Everest. My heart just felt so open. This tremendous amount of gratitude began to flow through me. And I knew that I wanted to recapture this feeling. I didn't want to lose this feeling. I wanted to bring it back home with me. I knew that the relationships that I had back home that I was struggling through, they could be healed through this vibration, through this frequency, this energy. I believe when we write down things we want to accomplish, something that we're grateful for, we bring in this frequency, we bring in these possibilities. We start to shift the way we see ourselves. And I think just this visualization and knowing that there's opportunities that you may not be fully aware of that are present in front of you. Before we move on, I want to share something that I have been wearing for the last couple of years, and it has truly enhanced my wellness journey. WaveWatch is a wearable device designed to deliver resonant frequency therapy, helping to balance your body's natural rhythms. You don't need Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or an app to use this watch. There's this built-in speaker on the back side of it. If you're interested, check out the link below. Use code POLLY, POLLY 100 at the checkout and save $100 off the cost of the watch. I am fully aware that I have taken you on this journey through rabbit holes of my storytelling just to get you to this point of experiencing the guided visualization technique. I consider it more of a meditation because we are accessing parts of our mind that I feel is normally asleep. There's parts of us that we need to really dive into this relaxed state, this frequency of being guided through this process of seeing yourself making choices. So without further ado, we are going on a journey. I appreciate you listening to this episode, getting to this point. We're going to begin this brief guided visualization. So if you're ready, to lean back and close your eyes. I want you to observe the weight of your body where it connects to the surface and get current. Focus your attention to how your body moves while you breathe. Tune into the more subtle aspects of your breath. Continue this breath, inhaling at your own pace. Allow yourself to bring awareness to this moment. Allow yourself to take notice to how your body feels. Inhaling, deeper, belly expanding and chest rising. Exhaling, letting it all go. Allowing your body to soften. A younger version of yourself is hiking through a beautiful forest of green, lush landscapes. The sun is shining through the trees. The air is crisp and clean. Birds singing overhead. You're abruptly confronted with a fork in the path. You pause. Placing your hands in your pockets, you look back and forth between the options before you. As you hesitate, images from your possible futures flicker past. A version of you wading into the ocean. A version of you walking along a stretch of road. You see yourself riding a bus, talking, sharing conversations with strangers with foreign accents. You see yourself sharing a beautiful kiss, a long embrace, and the softness of their hair. You see yourself working, the sunset in the distance, peacefulness surrounding you. You hear yourself laughing and other people laughing alongside you. You hear the crackling and the flickering of a bonfire, the soft dunes, the night sky. You see yourself running, laughing, your hands touching the grass, tall weeds, leaves from the trees. You see yourself weeping, your heart full and content. The series of options resolves at last into a view. You see yourself from afar, like you're watching a movie. You see yourself with your thumb out on the side of the road. As a car slows to pick you up, you realize the driver is the version of yourself from the crossroads. Only now you exude a form of confidence and energy of life well lived, full of adventure, accomplishment, and abundance. Your heart feels full. You, the driver, smile slightly, as if confident in the life you've chosen and happy to lend that confidence to you, the fellow traveler, the version standing at the crossroad. Allow yourself to take a big breath of air in, then let it all go. Exhaling, softening the body. Before you begin to open your eyes, I want you to think of one thing you've been longing to do. I want you to repeat to yourself, I'm going to do this. I am doing this. Take a big breath of air in, and then let it all go. Slowly open your eyes. Welcome back from your meditation, from this guided journey that you just embarked on. How do you feel? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? How does your energy in you feel? Do you feel different? I hope you found inspiration in this episode to support your healing journey. I'm really excited to continue this adventure on the Personal Shaman podcast with you. I just want you to remember, Personal Shaman podcast isn't about me becoming your shaman. It's about you becoming your own through the practices that will help you transform what's holding you back and help you heal, overcome, and move forward. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate it and review it. It really helps others find this community, and share this episode with friends, family, or anyone you might know or think of that could benefit from this practice. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list to receive updates, exclusive content, upcoming in-person classes, Zoom classes, our annual retreat, more podcasts, online courses. There'll be a link below. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I'm Polly Behringer, and this was Personal Shaman Podcast.